Welcome back to Character Select. Tyler, Mal, back again in Sorcery 2, and we're on the road to Viridian City. Or the north gate of Kare.
Yup.
You walk between clawing trees and thick bushes, and the north gate is finally in sight. You can see its imposing, ornately carved wooden doors over the top of the guard huts and low buildings that lie at the end of this road.
Alrighty.
You're up, skippity-doo-dah.
Yeah, I guess. Well, we know the guards are like gone or like dead by this point, so I guess we'll just stride forwards.
All right. You stride forwards, footsteps crunching loudly on the gravel below. In a few minutes, you'll have reached the edge of Kare. Between here and there is a long road lined by thick and gloomy trees, patch of wild forest like you haven't seen since the hills.
Go cautiously.
You make your way slowly forward, trying to ensure your feet do not crunch too loudly on the gravel. Something catches your eye. Movement in the shadows on both sides of the road. Torchlight.
Stop and look.
You stop, ducking into the shadows and watch. Whatever is moving in the darkness, there are a lot of them. Then a gleam of moonlight catches one, and you see it clearly. A wolf, clad in tight metal armor. No, a werewolf. No matter. You have defeated werewolves before.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them. Let's see if we can wait for what happens. Or, well, I should have said ready a spell.
You hold your ground waiting. The werewolf does not seem crazed or maniacal. There is no full moon to drive it wild. You are glad of your patience, as further werewolves pad down from the shadows onto the path, forming an arc in front of you.
Wait. I mean, like, what am I going to do against them?
You wait, tensed, ready to run if necessary. Then you notice a man stepping from the tree line beyond. Who goes there? He demands. Friend or foe?
Friend of whom?
Then you are a foe. The man laughs softly. With a swift movement of his hands, he gestures to his dogs. They bound forward, two catching your wrists and slavering jaws, holding them tightly but firmly. One flick of my finger, he says, and you'll never lift so much as a fork again. Now give me a straight answer. Are you with us or against us?
We've been here before.
Yes.
We've done this before. So I'm pretty sure the answer is Vic for First Noble.
The man sighs a huge sigh of relief, and with a gesture he commands his wolves to release your arms. So dangerous night to be going around without saying the passphrase, he scolds you. There's plenty of us who'd have your throat without waiting.
Ask him about Vic. What is Vic doing?
Leading the charge, the man replies proudly. Walking to the council building, the wolves following a decent way behind. He wants to show he is not afraid to stand alone.
There's no one there.
You tell him.
The council chamber is empty.
The man laughs and shakes his head. I do not think so. If this city had no leader, we would know. But you can see you have shaken his confidence a little. With that, he whistles to his wolves and sweeps away into the night, and you breathe a heavy sigh of relief. You got a clue.
What did we get for that?
I don't know. Armored wolves?
I guess so.
Vic? Nope.
Huh.
Go away.
We get Vic for First Noble.
Nope. Shrine of Slang? It's a shame we couldn't ask the Korga that question.
Which one? The Shrine of Slang question.
Yeah. What's the question? The answer to the question that has never been asked.
That would be a good. I wonder if he would.
But anyway, that may come up later. Who knows? You have reached the north gate once more, and the ground is empty still. The goblins have not yet risen from their graves. Off to one side is a well, but there is no other cover. Wasting no time, you stride to the gate. You reach the other side of the clearing unscathed, and stand below the enormous doors.
So we know that his line starts with "I bid you."
Alright, you want to try something?
This is the city port of traps.
Yep.
I mean, like, there's no way we can... I guess we can try to recite the spell, but there's nothing, nothing it does.
Alright. You only have the 3 lines.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter at all. Bummer.
Tumblers 2 sealed deep inside.
One lock made of
Golem's
Golem's
hide. By
Like-
Korga's grace and Forga's pride.
Wait.
Incorrect. This door has sealed. The rest of it plays out exactly as you recall. In the midst of the bloodshed, the ghost appears, beckoning to you.
It's like, alright, here we go again, damn it.
It seems you were not successful, the wizard remarks. Will you try again? Are you willing to give up the search now?
Nope, let's do it again.
Alright, one more time. I will try again, you tell him. This time, the wizard advises you, choose your path with care.
What the fuck do you think I did?
Oh no! But we can teleport to wherever we want. We don't have to go through the whole thing again.
Well, let's not do the outside. Let's start with... We know he's in the lower levels, so we do want to start, past the lower gate, south gatehouse. So I'm guessing...
Let me just double check, just so we're not wasting time here.
I can't even read that bottom bit there.
Oh, that's where he is. Okay. I might suggest we start at the beginning.
Oh shit, so do we go outside or are we able to go to the fields?
We can go to the fields.
Alright, well, let's try to go to the fields then. Yeeted. Alright. So, let us head.
This time, let's go to the Festival of Thieves. We haven't gone there yet.
Yep, so let's go down south to
We
the...
can go down south to the right. Chainmaker's hut. Look at it.
Yeah, let's look at the remaining hut.
We don't need to go in there.
We could try to steal more shit from him like we did last time.
I mean, do you want to do that?
Well, we do worship Korga now, so that's probably not a very gracious thing to do. So
You're not worshipping Korga anymore.
Am I not? What the fuck?
We went back in time, dude.
So the gods are unable to perceive you being yeeted through time.
Apparently.
That's interesting to know. That's kind of... that could be abused.
Yeah, and so now we can go back there and get 3 more questions, perhaps.
We could, yeah.
Alright, what do you want to do?
I don't know if we want to try to take more stuff or not. Do we still... Because I know he had that fancy magic chain... Well, we don't have any gold, so it doesn't matter. So
yeah.
we can't buy it.
Let's look ahead.
Yeah, let's look ahead.
There's some kind of event taking place.
Alright, let's... what is that? You got Chainmaker, and what does that say down there?
Cut through the fields, back to the first junction, or walk on.
I guess we shall walk on.
Walk on. You continue along the road. The land rises gently, a thin, meager scrub broken by rocky outcrops like teeth through an infant's gum. Goats roam the slopes. Paranoid, shifty creatures. They must not like goats too much.
I know,
You flee
right?
at the sound of your footsteps. Shifty, paranoid
Goatly
monsters.
goats!
Suddenly, you could be back in the fields outside Kristatanti. This part of the city port is barely habited, so you're unlikely to find clues to the North Gate spell here. There will probably be more people to talk to near the docks. Your stomach rumbles with hunger.
Let's go ahead and eat. Because we've been traveling through time God knows how many times.
You find a low stone to perch on and rest to eat a quantity of your cheese and bread, and you feel much better for it. Cities are deceptively tiring. Distances are always greater than you expect, and it is impossible to fall into the easy swing of a walk. in the open country. You stand to continue your journey, but then you notice something sticking out from under the rock you're sitting on. A corner of something larger?
Okay, pull it free.
Definitely a corner. You take hold and gently tug free a short handwritten note. It must be quite old, as the once fine paper has started to green with mold spelled with a U. You can tell they're British, but shielded from the rain, and the ink remains quite legible. The first line is intriguing. If you should find this, then Sansus has killed me after all.
What? Are they giving us pity clues?
No, they are not. This is where it is.
You have got to be fucking me.
No.
Oh my god. I'll be back. I need another beer. Okay, read the rest. Jesus Christ.
Need something stronger than that. I
it's
should have
fucking
known
Molas.
my
God damn
promotion
it.
to the position of second noble was a trap. I believe Sansus simply wanted me to enter the council chamber so he could kill me more easily. My taster found poison in my wine. I have decided to run away, but I feel his curse hounding me. He says I will never leave and never die. I hear him in my head. So I, Molas of Kare, commit my spell line for the north gate to paper. But the next line is torn in half, so you cannot make out more than the first 3 words. I bid you.
And we knew that already. Examine the tear.
Looking closely at the tear, it looks as though it might have been bitten off. You put the note fragment into your pack and continue walking along the track and begin to hear the sound of a large crowd up ahead. There's some kind of market or fair happening further on near the river. You pass a dirt track on the left that leads away across the fields. So we got a clue. That didn't update the damn clue. Why are you showing it in blue, you goofy goof?
So we have to literally stop and eat at that particular rock to get part of the spell.
Yes.
Holy
Well, no,
shit.
just that note. The note doesn't actually tell us the spell.
Okay, so there's no more of the note there.
Yeah, and it looks like it was bitten off, so something's eaten it, perhaps.
So something nearby.
Maybe one of them suspicious goats?
It may have damn well been. What are the 2 paths we've got to the
You
head
can
to
go
the...
through the fields and the crowd. Do you want to go through the fields and look for goats?
I guess.
Or do you want to go into the crowd and...
I'd like to go ahead and find the rest of the spell line. If something's eating it and it's like nearby, then yeah, let's try to... It may be one of them goats.
Alright, let's go through the fields then.
Are we going to meet Dancing Boy again?
You turn off the main track onto the dirt road. It passes along the edge of the fields, rising and falling through the scrub and cut hay, before petering out to become a mere goat path. You're no longer sure if this is a real path at all.
But
There's a rocky rise up ahead.
It does have goats. Go up the rise.
Does it have oats? Oh, it's that guy again.
Here we go again, round 2.
You press the rise, intending to get a view of the way ahead, then pause at the sound from behind you. There's the quiet shh of a dagger drawing from a sheath. Quickly, make him dance!
It's DDR round 2, bitch!
I can do this all fucking day!
Dance Revolution 2, let's go!
You cast the spell and begin to play your pipe. Behind you hear the footsteps stop and turn into irregular tapping and dancing. You turn to see a thug performing a fair to decent hornpipe, a horrified expression on his face. But you cannot keep piping forever, and there is nowhere to lead this thug to. It will be a question of who tires first.
Have you seen someone dance a hornpipe?
No.
Oh my god. Look that shit up on YouTube, because it is... like, watching someone dance, it's basically like a sailor's jig.
Right.
And it is definitely a furious dance.
Maybe Jim can throw up a quick video of that, or like a quick clip.
Of a hornpipe.
Somebody dancing a hornpipe.
Thank
you, Jim.
You ever see the... Yeah, you'll have to look that up. Anyway, So we'll keep playing. Have him keep
Right.
horn piping.
You will give this ruffian the opportunity to wear himself out, at least. You play a little longer, making the music as lively and vigorous as you can. Eventually, he's stomping so hard that he puts his foot into a rabbit hole and twists his ankle. He carries on dancing, prone on the floor. Yeah, that is so terrible. Like, dancing with a sprained ankle, like, flopping around
While
on the
you're
ground.
on the floor, yeah.
Oof, but he will not be able to follow you. Do you want to search him?
Yeah, let's go ahead and steal his stuff a second time.
He got his fucking gold. Useless dirk, some gambling chips, a couple gold pieces. We can use those gambling chips to get...
Again. Alright, so let's follow the path.
And last time we went across into here, we didn't continue up this way.
Yeah, so let's follow the path then.
Alright.
Like, the narrow path rather than,
Alright. The path winds through fields and passing an orchard on one side. The trees are dying and bare of apples. On the other side, across muddy fields, you see the colors and flags of a festival. Then the view is shrouded by tall fences on either side.
We looked at that's what we did the last time we went through the fences?
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's keep walking then.
Because I think we went into, like, here or something. So. Up ahead, you can see a path emerging, and beyond, there seems to be a road. Oh, wait, I think I remember. You emerge onto a wide road that leads up a gentle slope towards a cliff edge.
Okay. I guess we can... Well, look down the road. Like, you there?
Look down the road, yep. Looking back downhill, you see a few distant buildings, and beyond, the point where the three roads in the carré diverged.
Look at the cliff.
You turn to look up at the cliff, which rises suddenly out of the middle of the fields. Along its ridge is a line of finer buildings, though most have fallen into rack and ruin. I like that phrase, rack and ruin.
Rack and ruin is a good... That is a good,
Sorry, I'm just trying to see...
Are you trying to locate Molus?
I'm trying to give you... Yeah, I'm trying to help you out with here, because we can... I don't want to do this, like, 5 times. So, let's just keep going here.
I guess that, like, couldn't we use rewinds to get back to where he is if we need to?
We could. Yeah, that's fine. Oof, back is a little stiff today.
What'd you do?
I do my work on my couch.
Aha.
And, like, sitting in a couch for 8 hours is not good on your back. So I need to get, like, a office desk. Anywho, that has no bearing on this episode. So, you continue tramping through the fields until about half an hour, you emerge onto a wider road heading uphill towards the center of Carré. To the right of the main road, a track line with colored flags leads along the line of the cliff heading towards the fair you heard earlier. A short distance from the road is a small hut built from mud bricks. Smoke rises from its chimney, and a thick, rich smell wafts from its door. If it is a shop, it can't get much trade stuck out here in the middle of the fields. Alright, so, we took the main road last time.
Here, zoom out. So, it's not... So we, like, here's, like, zoom out and down. Like, so we didn't run into any goats along that whole section there. That's kind of annoying. I have no idea where this thing could be then. But we found it, like, that little... Basically, where the little pushback button is where we found the first part of the note, right? That little red dot down there is
like
where
right here.
Yeah, that's where we found the first part.
All right, so
and we've gone through that pathway twice. Was there any other, like, down at that? The only two directions we could go from there, though, were goat path, up the rise, or through the festival. Were the only two options we had when we were down at that pin.
Yeah, but we didn't go down this way, and I don't think we checked out this hut.
The hut? Yeah, we went into the hut. That's the Skinner's hut.
Did we talk to the Skinner?
Yeah, he had the creepy jellyfish head.
Right. Well, you want to head down to the flags?
Yeah. I guess we'll go down to the festival.
Alright. You follow the wide path between the flags. After a few minutes, you notice something in the distance, a dark mass with bright colors shining through. It's not until you hear the sound when you realize what it is. A huge crowd of people gathered around a set of tents. It is a fair. I don't think we're going the right way. This guide is fucking hot garbage.
I think I may have found one.
Don't you look it up. You let me look it up. You want to turn left here.
Okay, so then we will go left.
You turn back towards the south wall of Clare and follow the main road downhill through the fields. After a short while, you notice a smoking fire pit off to the left. A narrow track leads away to the right.
Look at the fire pit.
Look at the fire pit. You pause to look over the fence towards the fire pit. Whoever was there must have left only recently, as smoke still rises and the smell of cooked meat lingers.
Look along the track.
On the other side of the road, the track winds through meager fields. In the distance, you can see the buildings of one of the city's ghettos, and presumably the path is for workers to come out to the farms. One building in particular looks quite grand and stands alone, right on the edge of the farmland. Which way will you go?
So we got the fire pit, the cliffs. I can't read that. Zoom in on
Sorry. The fire pit, the narrow track, and the road downhill.
And that's where the grand house is?
No. Actually, yeah, I believe the grand house is this one right here.
Okay. Then we'll try doing downhill. Because if Molus lives in this section, if we can't find the bitten off piece, maybe we can find his house or something.
Whoop. No, hold on.
Yeet!
I didn't want to do that. 1 second. It's being a little wonky today. Alright. Come on. Alright, you want to look along the track, and then look at the fire pit. Continue. Let's go to the narrow path first. Let me suggest.
Alright, then we will go down the narrow track then.
Yeah. You leave the road and follow the path as it winds through the fields along the lower edge of a high fault in the rock.
Look across the fields.
As you pass, you see few creatures working the land, pulling up the voluminous weeds that grow around their tiny fruit and vegetable plants. In some patches, tethered goats graze and have eaten everything green in sight. The whole place seems barren and poor, like it has not rained for a year or more. You want to talk to your old farmer there? You want to keep on walking?
We will keep on walking.
You sure? Because we're going to head right back into that mansion that we've been down before.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, we'll go talk to the dude then.
Alright. You stride into the fields, approaching one of the farming figures. Its face is obscured by a wide flat hat, but you can tell it is not human. It is strangely gangly and with long insect-like arms.
Okay, that's interesting. Watch the creature work.
Hanging back, you notice the farmer's forearms are also sharp-edged, and he is using them to scythe the long grass, slicing through the stalks with one limb and gathering them up with the other.
Okay, giant praying mantis man. Greet it. Greetings, farmer.
You declare, from a few safe strides distance. The creature looks up, but doesn't smile. Who are you? He demands. I'm busy.
Oh. We don't necessarily need work right now. I'm a traveler.
Are you sure? We only have 2 gold.
Yeah, I'm looking for work. If we can do this with magic.
Can you cut hay? The farmer asks, carefully wiping the sweat from his brow with one strange razor-edged arm.
I'm sure I can learn.
The farmer waves to a corner of the field which is still to be done. 6 gold pieces if you clear that lot. He bends down and resumes his own harvesting.
That's actually pretty good money.
Start work?
Yeah, let's see what spells we can use.
No, you just cut it down with your sword, Link style. You draw your sword and set to work gathering handfuls of the long grass with one hand and then slashing at its roots with your blade. The work is back-breaking, and after a few hours you have built up quite a sweat. Once the field is finally cleared, the farmer comes over to you. Not as easy as it looks, he asks.
It's hard work.
You admit, it is that. Here. He pulls out a water bottle and some bread and hands them to you. You're starving after your work.
I guess we'll accept the water and bread.
You got 6 gold and full stamina again. Gratefully, you accept the water. A drink has never tasted so good, and you feel very much refreshed. Water does wonders, the farmer says vaguely, as though citing a well-known proverb. And here's your gold. He adds, putting 6 gold pieces into your palm. Enjoy the rest of the city. You thank him and resume your path. Now, do you want to go back to that mansion or head back to the road? And down to the house?
Which would you recommend, Alf?
Well, you've already been in this mansion and looted it.
Yeah, and well...
That's Lorag's mansion.
Yeah, got bitten... Or is that Thea's mansion? That's where Korag's thing is.
Is it Thea's?
Yeah, that big house over there that's south of the Artist Quarter in Dwarftown. Yeah, that's Thea's mansion, because it had Korag's shrine, and...
You're right. Well, we've already been there. So
Okay,
I would say let's go back to the road.
So yeah, let's go down the road then.
Alright. And with that, my suggestions have ended. You
Alright.
cut across the fields until you're back on the main dirt track once more. You can head downhill.
Oh, is that it? Okay, then I guess we're going downhill.
You continue down the road, heading back towards the wall, just visible in the distance. A few buildings appear on the right-hand side of the road. It's quiet, with no one about. You pass by a large structure with its doors open wide. The smell of incense floats out from within.
Look at the building.
You stop and peer inside, but make out nothing but darkness. It seems to be a wide, unlit space. A low sound of chanting floats out onto the street. A woman's voice.
Okay.
Do you want to continue down or go inside?
We can keep going.
Alright, turn down the road. You stay on the main road, which heads down a slight slope to reach a small settlement of poor huts. As you pass these homes, ugly creatures gather to watch you in silence. A little further on, you come across a body lying face down in a gutter. A beggar, asleep, or some sort of creature in a drunken stupor.
That's not creepy at all. Is it alive?
Do you want to check if it's
Yeah,
alive?
we will check if it's alive.
You approach the limp body cautiously. Nobody in the street seems to be taking any notice. You bend down closer and shake the shoulder of the body. There is no response.
I guess roll it over? I have a feeling I know exactly where this is going to go. Like, I know.
You grip
Yeah,
the
I know
body's arm and
exactly where
turn
it's
it over. As its face swings around, you jump back, aghast. The body is a semi-decayed corpse, with a rotting head that is half skull, half putrid flesh, and all man. And worse, an evil smile is spread across its face. A moment later, it has sprung to its feet, leaping at you.
Wizard! We'll cast a spell.
We'll cast a mighty wizard spell.
What ho, muscle wizard? Might you cast us a spell?
Of course, adventurer. I cast fist.
I cast fist! Everything
Alright,
explodes.
We got wall and walk. 6. Pop. Rap. Yeah, we can't do that. Rock. Can't do that. Res. Can't do that.
Resurrect the dead? That would have been really cool here. Like,
Indeed.
evil monster jump at you? Nah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you. Be alive
Alright, what do
again.
you
Get
wanna
the
do?
fuck out of here. What was 6 again? Is that the...
6 multiplies you.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. 6 on 1's
Alright.
better odds.
You cast the spell, creating 5 identical copies of yourself, and then you charge into battle as one. At your first sword stroke, the attacking creature explodes into a mess of body parts. Heads, legs, arms, all separately coming forward to tear you apart.
Jesus Christ.
But with each of your clones tackling a different part, the fight is quickly settled. The body parts on the ground squirm, then slowly ooze back together. The corpse now looks once again as though it had been run over in a chariot race, but is definitely lying still, for now at least.
Good grief. I feel kind of bad I'm betting this is Molus, then.
I wonder why you would think that.
Too bad we don't have the Resurrect Dead spell. That would be very entertaining.
It would be.
Alright, so I guess search the body.
Expecting another immediate attack, you go over to search the body, but it is clothed in rags and has barely any pockets, let alone anything inside them.
Will... The note we had was bitten off, right?
Yep.
Look inside the corpse's throat. I don't want to stick my fingers in its mouth, though.
Oh, look, you got it. Disgusted, you push your fingers into the back of the corpse's throat. Something. Yes. With fingertips, you draw out a fragment of paper. It's a handwritten line, but it has been torn in half along the script, and you cannot make out the words. But of course! Putting together the paper fragment and the torn note you found under the stone when you stopped to eat, you can see they are a perfect fit. They clearly form a spell line. I bid you portals open wide. The second noble, Molas, must have tried to swallow his note before he was killed, or whatever it was that happened to him. From a nearby doorway, a face appears and beckons you over.
Okay.
Do you want to go over there, or do you want to go back to the first junction?
Let's see. I wonder who's beckoning.
Hmm? You stride over to the hut. The face is that of a small gnome, who begins to chatter in a high-pitched voice. You killed it? Did you kill it? I think you killed it!
It was dead before.
You tell the gnome.
It may not be dead now.
No, you definitely killed it, the gnome replies, shaking his head. It'll be a good few months until it wakes up again. We'll guard it somewhere else. Here, we wanted to thank you. He reaches behind him for something.
Wait to see what he does.
It's like, Molas sends his regards.
Yeah.
You wait, and the gnome produces a small bag containing 5 gold pieces. I'm sure it's not much to a man like you, he apologizes, but it's from all of us. Peering through the window of the tiny hut, you make out 20 or so faces.
Thank you.
You reply and nod your head.
What was that creature?
I mean, you already know.
Yeah.
You ask. They say it used to be the second noble of Kare, the gnome whispers, but he angered the first, so he was cursed to live in Kare forever. Now he's like a bad gold piece. Keeps showing up. He gets dumped into different parts of the city. I think we'll take him to the Svin quarter next. It's their turn. There's a chuckle of agreement from inside the house.
Where can I find the nobles? Now maybe you
ask
can
the gnome.
Yeah.
The others, you mean? They should be in the council, but the people say they've all gone missing. He taps the side of his nose. They say the first noble's been in the council for 2 months now on his own. The gnome is starting to look awkward.
Alright, we'll do enough talk then.
Yeah, we already have all the spell lines.
Yeah.
You bid the gnome farewell. Before you go, the creature says, we've got one more gift for you. There is more kerfluffle, and then he brings out a small vial of sand. Hard to come by so far from the sea, but it has its uses, or so I hear. And then he winks. You thank him and place the gift carefully in your pack. You continue downhill until you find yourself back at the place where the road splits.
And I'm guessing sand is a spell component?
It is indeed. Something. We've uncovered some of the spell lines. We have to go left.
Oh boy.
But we got a pouch of sand, which is used, I believe, for the quicksand spell. There it is.
Mud. Yeah.
Any creature stepping onto the quicksand will be slowly sucked away. How horrifying.
I know, right? It's like, Jesus Christ, how horrifying.
Yep. You follow the road between homes and low hovels. You notice one of the huts here is recently burnt down. It is a black smoking ruin.
Yay. What was that? It says the burnt down.
Burnt down hut, or continue along the street.
Let's see what happened there.
You stick your nose through the charred door flap of the hut. Inside is a ruin of blackened cushions and burnt mattresses. In the very center of the ceiling is a ragged hole. There is no one here. Oh, I remember what this room was. I remember.
What the?
Alright. It used to be a smoking den.
Yeah.
For like opium.
Yeah.
And so I assume they all got high, passed out, and burnt down the house.
Yeah, that's kind of how that works. Yeah, so I guess search the hut.
Very good. Are you looking for some weed? I know your kind. You make a search of the hut, but the main thing you find is the glass pipe from a hookah. This is probably all that remains. It is worthless, so you leave it behind.
Look under the mattresses.
Man, where's their stash, man? Oh, look.
What? A black wooden mask? Yeah.
But half of it.
Oh.
You turn over one of the mattresses and find one half of a black wooden mask. The other half has burned away, leaving the thing useless. It is nothing but charcoal now.
Go ahead and take it.
Yeah, I mean, got charcoal. You put it in your pack. It will no doubt rub off all over your spellbook, but never mind.
Oh, what?
Time to go. At least the hut does not smell of death. Whoever was in here clearly ran away in time, but there was no sign of water either. No one tried to put the fire out.
So I was hoping that mask could have been... Oh, wait.
Stepping out of the burnt hut into the fresh air, you catch the eye of a tall, muscular creature. He's smoking a long pipe and nods to you.
Greet him.
You stride over, not afraid to meet the creature's gaze.
Good day.
The creature nods to the burnt-out hut behind. Friends of yours? It asks.
No.
So what? The creature takes a long, menacing puff on its pipe. Just digging around in there in case there was something worth having, is that it?
Just curious.
Curiosity killed the goblin, so they say, the creature replies. But I'll tell you what happened, seeing as you're of the dangerous type. He puffs on his pipe. Fell behind on their rent, you see. Always forgetting to pay. The coals of his pipe flare for a moment.
What are you trying to say?
You reply, just friendly advice. When you owe someone, you owe them. That's business.
You burnt their shop down.
Who says? The creature replies. I think they forgot to mind their fire. Same way they forgot to pay. He tips out his pipe and grinds the ashes underfoot. Things are going to be very different around here very soon. Friend, Vic, for First Noble. With that, he stalks away down the street, humming to himself.
Says good things about this Vic.
Mm-hmm. You continue up this narrow road. It is packed either side with mud brick hovels, but most are deserted. A few creatures pass by, heads turned down. They do not look at you. You pass a drinking fountain, dribbling water into a chipped stone bowl.
Drink from the fountain.
You lean down by the fountain and cup your hand to drink. The water tastes cool, if herbal. Perhaps something is growing in it.
I guess go ahead and drink.
Yeah.
Yep.
You swallow boldly. If the fountain is still running on a busy street like this, it can't be too poisonous. In fact, the water seems quite fresh, and you swallow a few more mouthfuls, finding that you had not realized how thirsty you were. You continue up the road.
Yeet!
A little further up the road, you come across a large stone building that you've seen before. It is a large estate on the edge of the fields that you had approached earlier from the other side. It has windows of glass and a wide yard inside its uneven high wall. Whoever lives here is wealthy and understandably cautious. They have, however, left a fine stallion only loosely tied up outside.
This is Theta's house, right?
I can't remember. I think it's Theta's house.
So, I'm wondering, like, since this is his house, I'm wondering if we can just, take the horse? Or, like, we could loot the house a second time.
There might not be anything in there, though.
That's right.
Plus, it's getting dark. We might need to just keep heading up and find a place to sleep.
Oh, so what is that? We've got the house, the house, the horse, and the what?
Follow the main road.
Follow the road.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Oh, God. The house, the horse, and the road. Oh. So they've just left it sitting out. If it's Theta's, like, I know then it's, like, not, he's not going to be coming back for it. But if it's not Theta's, and I just yeet someone's horse...
Get thrown in prison again.
Yeah.
And we remember how fun the prison was last time.
Getting murdered by laser beam eye people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was...
And dumping poo buckets on their head.
Admittedly, that was pretty hilarious. But then I immediately got laser beam eyed, which was not quite so fun. I guess we'll pass the horse.
Pass the horse in the house or follow the main road?
Since this is Theta's house, then he's probably lost all his belongings. I mean, we could maybe find spell components, but...
Well, we already found the spell components there. Remember, we got the gold-backed mirror from here.
I thought that was Lorga's house.
No, there was like this building down here. There's like a bunch of shit on the ground, like trash. And one of them was like half of or broken bits of a gold-backed mirror that we put together with glue.
Aha, that's right. Okay, yeah, I guess then we'll just follow the main road.
Alright.
Out. This is where most of the time is spent in the game. Can you imagine what that looks like to someone as an outsider looking in?
It'd be like watching a Benny Hill sketch or something. You follow the road past the grand house. A side road appears on the left.
Look left. I think that's the barracks.
Looking left, you see an arch, and beyond that, a wide yard. As you watch, a guardsman walks past.
Nope.
It looks like the barracks, so follow the main road?
Yep. We don't need to go to the barracks.
So we got shit tons of cash for rations when we get to the Shopton. Anyway, as you press up on the road, you notice the huts on either side are getting smaller. The roadway is now bustling with dwarves and other small fellows. It seems from the contemptuous looks you are receiving that the inhabitants of this sub-hamlet are not kindly disposed to human-sized outsiders. So do you want to keep going, or do you want to be really condescending to the short people and walk on your knees?
I was about to say, that is the most shithead move I have ever read in a game. I understand that you can play a jackass in this game, but holy shit! That's like a whole nother level of I'm sorry, am I offending you with my tallness? Let me get down and on my knees and make it even more apparent. No, let's just keep going. That's just rude as shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You walk on, smiling down at the people you pass, and you reach the middle of the dwarf ghetto, a small square with a general store off to one side, and further up the street you see a small crowd gathered around two scuffling creatures. Do you want to go in the shop, go to the crowd, or keep walking?
Well, we've got some money, so let's pop in the shop.
Alright, we're going to do a quick shop pop.
What we got?
You duck your head to squeeze through the doorway of the dwarf store. Dwarf Stortress. The proprietor is a stocky type of advanced years who peers at you through a pair of bottle glass spectacles balanced on a long and gnarly nose. "You're not a dwarf," he observes with uncanny accuracy as you enter.
I want to look around.
You say. The dwarf shrugs. "And look away. You've got room to turn that big empty head of yours." You browse the shelves of the shop.
So what?
So we got rations, small vial of dust, a selection of gauntlets, a potion of mystery, and a honeycomb of beeswax. Now, I believe
The
we
dust
have...
is stone dust, isn't it?
We don't have dust, so that stone dust...
I think turns
It might
things
be
to
stone dust. It might be used for... we have beeswax for Raz. Rock. Turn people into stone.
And what is... I guess I'm not sure if the gauntlets would be...
Do you want to look at them?
Yeah, let's see what they've got.
You notice two kinds of gauntlets on... two kinds of gauntlet on sale at the shop. Chainmail ones and leather ones. 5 gold pieces for either, the dwarf remarks helpfully. Chainmail's hard to make, but leather is harder to come by. There seems to be nothing else to distinguish between them, and since you only have one pair of hands, there seems little use in buying more than one.
What should I buy?
The dwarf looks at you and thinks for a moment, as though considering your character. Whatever, he says eventually. But of course, whether you can trust him or not is another question entirely.
So are the gauntlets... They're not like spell stuff or anything like that, are they just
No, they're just like armor.
So they just add, like...
But they may be enchanted.
Okay, yeah. That's true. I didn't think about that. If they're enchanted, then that could not be good.
Or they could be great. Could be enchanted or cursed.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, enchanted may not be a good thing. So the question now is, do we trust the guy that is maybe not very well predisposed to us due to the fact that he said we had a big empty head?
Up to you.
The fact that it...
You don't have to buy them.
No, but look at the chainmail gauntlets.
Look at them?
We'll buy the chainmail gauntlets. Yeah.
All right. You hand over 5 gold pieces and place the chainmail gauntlets onto your wrists. You suddenly feel more skillful and proficient in your sword arm. But is that sensation an illusion? You cannot be sure.
The
dwarf points at the vial of dust. You should consider buying that, he remarks. No one else has.
So how much is he charging for that?
You lift the vial of dust from its place on the shelf and turn it over in your hand. It sparkles a little in the light. 3 gold pieces, calls the dwarf, but you cannot tell what it is.
Well, it's some sort of... Yeah, we'll go ahead and buy it because I'm thinking.
Sure you don't want to like just shake it or look at it?
Well, yeah, we'll shake it.
You shake the vial. The grains inside move around, catching the light. Definitely not ordinary dust, but what is it? Do you want to try opening it?
No, because then it may spill, and we'll probably have to buy it anyway if we do that.
Well, I mean, if you're buying it anyway, then...
Yeah, so we'll...
Up to you. You want to buy it?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and buy it.
You hand over 3 gold pieces and take the vial. Then you open the stopper and look inside. It does not contain dust, but sand.
Okay.
You add it to the collection you already have.
So
and
that
give
means
the vial back to the dwarf. The dwarf harumphs, leans back, and waits to serve you.
And I think, unless it depends on how expensive provisions are, we could buy one more set of provisions depending on what he's got.
All right, you want to look at the provisions?
Yeah, just see how much he's priced them at.
You look over the food on sale. It all seems palatable enough. Stack of flatbreads and some hard, squeaky cheese. 3 gold pieces per meal, the dwarf says. It looks as if he has 4 meals worth on his shelf.
We'll get one and go.
You hand over 3 gold pieces and place the rations in your bag.
Buy nothing
You're running
else.
short on funds.
That's enough for me.
You say. Dwarf nods. Pleasure doing business with you, he replies. You head back out into the sunlight and stretch to your full height. Crowd is still there.
What was the crowd doing? Like they were crowded
They're like
around
two
like
creatures scuffling or whatever.
So it's like some kind of fight thing, wrestling thingy. I guess go to the crowd.
All right.
See what's going on. Yeah, what
you
the
push
hell?
your way through the small crowd, and in the center, two tiny creatures are grappling fiercely with each other. One is a pixie, and the other a sprite. The onlookers are quite fascinated, with some cheering on the pixie and the others rooting for the sprite. You appear to have just caught the end of the fight. The sprite looks almost exhausted.
It's a Is it a damn, like, cockfight, basically? With,
Yeah,
like,
basically.
tiny fairies?
Yeah, basically.
That is so fucked up.
A little bit.
That's... This game. This is a special kind of game. I guess watch the fight. Like, we don't really have money to place the bet, and I don't want to, like, legitimately do something to have people, like, get pissed at me.
You watch the fight, and it doesn't last long. The sprite goes for the pixie with a tiny arm lock. The pixie ducks, spins around with a flying high kick, and knocks the sprite reeling backward across the dirt. The hop, skip, and a jump. The pixie is sitting on the fallen sprite's chest with 2 fingers up its nostrils. It squeaks. The other creature makes a yelping noise, presumably a yes. The crowd cheers, and the debts are settled up. Eventually, the crowd disperses.
That's so goofy.
You follow the road up a gentle rise towards a building with a large domed roof. All the various alleys seem to converge on it, and it's thronged with people. You have to go into the shopping mall!
Not again!
You don't want to stop and eat.
No, we're fine.
But you could go around it.
The hell is out around it? Like, go around the market or through the market. Well, we've been able to get through here with Hal. We've been able to get through here with, like, the stink bomb spell, which was hilarious. So we can go through it if need be, but, like,
it's up to you.
We haven't been around it yet. Let's see what's out around it.
The market is no doubt a haven for thieves and pickpockets. You make your way around the outside, round the outside, round the outside, fighting through bushes and over obstacles until you are close to the base of the city wall. The going is easier now across open scrub, the path winding between the occasional tree. And we will keep going next time on Character Select.
Yay!
Cliffhangers! I love them. No, I don't.
No, you don't.
So thank you everyone for watching. Click that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Ding that bell. Check us out on Patreon, etc., etc., etc. Mal.
Yes.
Do you think those gauntlets are good for us?
Well, they seem to have at least made us feel like we fight better.
Well, whether or not we do has yet to be seen.